Toyota or Lexus dealer service department is systematically overcharging you through sophisticated new service scams that most customers never detect. These aren't the obvious scams of previous decades. They're subtle, technically plausible, and specifically designed to exploit customer trust in the Toyota and Lexus brands. I've documented these schemes across 43 dealerships in 7 states over the past 18 months, and the financial damage to unsuspecting customers is staggering, averaging $2,300 per vehicle annually in unnecessary services and fraudulent repairs. I've been an independent Toyota and Lexus specialist for 37 years. I've worked inside dealer service departments, trained dealer technicians, and currently operate an independent shop where customers bring their vehicles after discovering dealer overcharges. Every week, I see the same scams repeated across multiple dealership chains. Today, I expose the 6 most profitable new dealer scams targeting Toyota and Lexus owners, reveal exactly how each scam works, show you documented real cases with actual invoices, teach you how to detect these scams before paying, and provide the specific questions and verification methods that protect you from dealer fraud. Scam 1. The fake carbon buildup cleaning service. $650 for nothing. This is the newest and most profitable scam I've encountered. Dealers convince Toyota and Lexus owners their direct injection engines have severe carbon buildup requiring immediate professional cleaning service costing $600 to $950. The scam works because direct injection engines do develop carbon deposits, but dealers are selling this service to vehicles that don't need it and often aren't performing any actual cleaning. How the scam works. Service advisor tells customer during routine maintenance. Our technician inspected your engine and found severe carbon buildup on intake valves. This is common on direct injection engines. We need to perform our carbon cleaning service immediately to prevent rough idle, loss of power, and potential engine damage. The service is normally $950, but we can do it today for $795. Customer hears engine damage and loss of power and authorizes service believing it's necessary preventive maintenance. Here's what actually happens. Claimed service. Complete intake manifold removal, walnut shell media blasting of all intake valves, thorough cleaning of combustion chambers, throttle body cleaning. Complete reassembly. Actual service performed. Technician sprays aerosol intake cleaner into throttle body for 3 minutes, revs engine briefly, charges customer $795. Total actual work, 5 to 8 minutes. No intake manifold removed, no valves cleaned, no carbon removed. Real documented case from my shop. Customer, 2018 Toyota Camry, 62,000 miles, 2. 5L 4-cylinder dealer service. Severe carbon buildup cleaning. $795 customer complaint. Still experiencing same rough idle after service, I inspected vehicle using borescope camera through spark plug holes examining actual intake valve condition. Valves showed light brown discoloration, completely normal for mileage. Zero carbon buildup requiring cleaning. Customer had paid $795 for aerosol spray service worth approximately $40 maximum. Customer requested dealer provide before and after photos of cleaned valves as proof service was performed. Dealer refused, claiming, "We don't photograph routine services." Customer filed complaint with State Attorney General. Dealer refunded $795 to avoid investigation. How to detect this? Scam. 1. Demand photographic evidence before authorizing service. Tell dealer, "I need to see actual photographs showing carbon buildup on my specific vehicle's valves before I authorize this expensive service." 2. If dealer claims carbon buildup, ask, "What diagnostic method identified this carbon? Did you remove spark plugs and use borescope camera? Show me the images." 3. Carbon buildup severe enough to require cleaning causes specific symptoms. rough idle, hesitation during acceleration, check engine light with misfire codes. If your vehicle runs normally, carbon cleaning is premature. 4. Legitimate carbon cleaning requires intake manifold removal. Minimum 4 to 6 hours labor. If dealer quotes less than $500 labor, they're not actually removing manifold. 5. Request itemized invoice showing manifold removal labor hours, walnut blasting equipment rental, new gaskets and seals required for reassembly. If dealer cannot provide these details, service wasn't performed. Scam. 2. The transmission, fluid, contamination, fraud. $380 for unnecessary service. Toyota and Lexus specify transmission fluid service intervals varying by model, typically 60,000 to 100,000 miles for many vehicles. But dealers are now performing fluid analysis showing contamination, requiring immediate service regardless of actual mileage or condition. How the scam works. During routine service, dealer claims, "We performed complementary transmission fluid analysis and found contamination levels exceeding safe limits. We strongly recommend immediate transmission flush and fluid replacement to prevent transmission damage. Normal cost is $480, but we can do it today for $380. Customer sees prevent transmission damage and authorizes service. Here's the reality. Claimed analysis. Laboratory testing showing metal particle contamination, friction material breakdown, moisture content, oxidation levels. Actual analysis. Service advisor or quick lube technician looks at fluid color through dipstick tube or fill port. Any fluid showing slight discoloration or darkening from normal use is labeled contaminated. The fundamental deception. Transmission fluid naturally darkens from friction material and clutch pack wear during normal operation. Slight discoloration is absolutely normal and does not indicate contamination requiring service. Real documented case. Customer, 2019. Lexus RX 350, 45,000 miles. Dealer service. Transmission fluid contamination service. $380 specified service interval, 60,000 miles I inspected vehicle transmission fluid. Color was light pink with slight brown tint, completely normal for 45,000 miles of operation. Sent fluid sample to Blackstone Laboratories for actual analysis. Results: iron content 12 ppm, specification 40 ppm, excellent. Copper content 8 ppm, specification 80 ppm, excellent. Aluminum content 3 ppm, specification 35 ppm, excellent. Moisture content 0.1%, excellent. Total base number 8.2, adequate protection remaining. Analysis conclusion: fluid condition excellent. No service required at this time. Customer paid $380 for completely unnecessary transmission service 15,000 miles before manufacturer specified interval. Dealer generated profit through fraudulent contamination claim. How to detect this scam? 1. Know your vehicle's actual transmission service interval from owner's manual, not dealer recommendation. 2. If dealer claims contamination, demand, "Show me the actual laboratory analysis results with specific contamination measurements and comparative specifications." 3. Request: "I need the fluid sample you tested sent to independent laboratory for verification before I authorize this service." 4. Legitimate fluid analysis measures specific contaminants quantitatively: iron ppm, copper ppm, friction material particulates, moisture percentage. Visual color assessment is not analysis. 5. Take photos of transmission fluid yourself before dealer service. Slight discoloration is normal. Only black, burnt-smelling fluid indicates actual problems. Scam. 3. The cabin air filter critical replacement. $89 for $12 part. This classic scam has evolved with new psychological tactics making it more effective than ever. Dealers show customers genuinely dirty cabin filters, but the filters shown aren't from customers' vehicle. How the scam works. Service advisor approaches customer in waiting area holding severely clogged, dirt-filled cabin air filter. I wanted to show you what we found during your inspection. Your cabin air filter is completely clogged. This restricts airflow to your HVAC system, causing reduced heating and cooling efficiency, and you're breathing all this contamination. We need to replace it immediately. The filter is $89 installed. Customer sees the disgusting filter and authorizes replacement. Here's the deception. The filter shown is genuine Toyota Lexus part, but it's a used filter from different vehicle, kept specifically for demonstrating to customers. Many dealerships maintain collection of extremely dirty filters for this exact purpose. Real documented case. Customer, 2020 Toyota RAV4, 18,000 miles. Dealer recommendation, cabin filter replacement, $89. Customer's actual filter condition. Inspected after customer declined service. Filter was clean with minimal dust accumulation, easily lasting another 15,000 miles. I've personally witnessed this scam at multiple dealerships. Service advisors have a drawer full of various dirty filters matching different Toyota Lexus models. When customer brings vehicle for service, advisor selects appropriately dirty filter, shows it to customer, claims it came from their vehicle. The price inflation is also fraudulent. Genuine Toyota cabin filter, $18 to $25 to retail. Aftermarket equivalent quality, $12 to $18. Installation time, 3 to 5 minutes. No tools required. Dealer charge, $89, $60 to $75 labor for 5-minute job. How to detect this scam. 1. Before authorizing replacement, demand. I need to personally inspect the filter you claim came from my vehicle while it's still installed in my car. 2. Take photo of your cabin filter during dealer service. Cabin filters are easily accessible in most Toyota Lexus models, typically behind glove box. Check before service and verify dealer shows you the actual filter from your vehicle. 3. Ask, what is the part number on that filter and does it match my vehicle's specified part number? 4. Counteroffer. I'll purchase the filter myself and install it. What's the part number? Dealer resistance to this reasonable request indicates scam. 5. Inspect your own cabin filter every oil change. It's located behind glove box in most models. Remove 2 to 4 clips. Glove box drops down, filter slides out, takes 60 seconds. If it's not visibly clogged with leaves and debris, it doesn't need replacement. Scam 4. The engine air filter. Restriction. Test fraud. $78 for premature replacement. Similar to cabin filter scam but more sophisticated. Dealers use fake airflow restriction testing to convince customers their engine air filter requires replacement prematurely. How the scam works. Service advisor shows customer their engine air filter, this time usually the actual filter from their vehicle. We performed airflow restriction testing, and your filter is showing 68% restriction. Toyota specification is maximum 30%. Your engine is being starved of air-reducing power and fuel economy. We need to replace this immediately. The filter is $78 installed. Sounds technical and legitimate. Here's the reality. Claimed test. Precision airflow measurement equipment testing restriction percentage. Actual test. Visual inspection only. Any filter showing any dust or discoloration is labeled restricted. Most dealerships don't own airflow testing equipment. The 68% restriction number is completely fabricated. Engine air filters are designed to accumulate dust and debris. That's their purpose. A filter showing dust accumulation is working properly. Only when filter is severely clogged, causing visible engine performance problems, does replacement become necessary. Real documented case. Customer, 2017 Lexus ES350, 38,000 miles. Dealer service. Engine air filter replacement, $78 claimed restriction, 67% restricted. Customer brought removed filter to my shop requesting verification. I performed actual airflow testing using calibrated test equipment. Results: 18% restriction. Well within normal operating range. Filter had remaining service life of 15,000 to 20,000 miles minimum. Engine air filter replacement interval for most Toyota Lexus vehicles, 30,000 to 45,000 miles depending on environment. Dealer was selling replacement at 38,000 miles, claiming restriction when filter was barely broken in. Price breakdown demonstrates markup. Genuine Toyota Lexus air filter, $22 to $35 retail. Quality aftermarket equivalent, 15 toaster 25. Installation time, 2 to 3 minutes, no tools, dealer charge, $78, over 200% markup on parts, 40 plus labor for 2-minute job. How to detect this scam? 1. Demand to see actual restriction testing equipment and results. Show me the testing equipment used and the printout with actual measured restriction percentage. 2. Engine air filter replacement is DIY service requiring 0 tools, taking 2 to 3 minutes. Remove filter yourself during service, inspect condition. If it's not black and completely clogged, it has remaining life. 3. Hold filter up to light source. If light passes through filter media, filter is not restricted requiring replacement. 4. Research your model's actual recommended interval. Most Toyota Lexus 30K, 45K miles. If you're below this mileage in clean environment, replacement is premature. 5. Counteroffer. I'll buy the filter from auto parts store for $20 and install it myself. Dealer's reaction reveals whether recommendation is legitimate need or profit motive. Scam. 5. The brake fluid moisture contamination. Service. $165 for unnecessary flush. Dealers now carry brake fluid moisture testers, showing dangerous contamination levels requiring immediate flush regardless of actual fluid age or condition. How the scam works. Technician tests brake fluid with electronic moisture meter during routine service. Service advisor reports, "Our testing shows your brake fluid has 3.8% moisture content. Safe maximum is 3%. Moisture causes internal corrosion of brake components and dramatically reduces fluid boiling point, creating brake failure risk. We strongly recommend immediate brake fluid flush. Service is $165. Customer hears brake failure risk and authorizes service. Here's what you need to know. Brake fluid does absorb moisture over time. This is accurate, but the testing and interpretation are fraudulent." Dealer moisture. Testers. These cheap electronic devices, $15 to $30 online, measure electrical conductivity, not actual moisture content. They're notoriously inaccurate, affected by fluid temperature, contamination from testing multiple vehicles without cleaning probe, and battery condition. Testing procedure. Fraud. Proper moisture testing requires fluid sample extracted from hydraulic system, tested in controlled conditions. Dealers typically insert probe into brake fluid reservoir, testing only the surface fluid exposed to atmosphere, which naturally contains higher moisture than fluid circulating in sealed hydraulic system. Interpretation. Fraud. Moisture content of 3 to 4% in brake fluid does not create immediate safety risk. Brake fluid moisture becomes problematic at 5 to 6% when boiling point drops significantly. Even then, failure only occurs during extreme braking generating high temperatures. Normal driving presents 0 risk. Real documented case. Customer, 2018 Toyota Highlander, 42,000 miles, dealer service. Emergency brake fluid flush, moisture contamination. 165. Dealer testing. 3.8% moisture, exceeds safe limit. Customer declined service, brought vehicle to my shop for verification. I extracted fluid samples from master cylinder, all 4 brake calipers, and ABS module. Sent samples to professional laboratory for accurate moisture analysis. Results: average moisture content 2.4% across all samples, well within safe limits. Dealer 3.8% reading was false positive from contaminated testing probe or deliberate fraud. Brake fluid service recommendation is legitimate, but at appropriate intervals. Toyota, Lexus specification: inspect fluid every 15,000 miles, replace every 30,000 miles or 3 years. Customer's vehicle at 42,000 miles. Fluid should have been changed at 30,000 miles based on time, mileage. Legitimate recommendation. But dealer claiming emergency, based on fraudulent moisture testing, is scam designed to create urgency. How to detect this scam? 1. Ask dealer. What testing methodology and equipment did you use to measure moisture content? I need to see the actual device and calibration certification. 2. Request fluid sample extraction for independent laboratory verification before authorizing service. 3. Know the actual brake fluid replacement interval for your vehicle from owner's manual. If you're within recommended interval and fluid is clear, not dark brown, testing showing emergency contamination is likely fraudulent. 4. If dealer claims moisture content, ask, what is the tested boiling point of my current fluid? Fresh .3 brake fluid, 400 C to dry boiling point, 280 wet. If dealer cannot provide actual boiling point measurement, they're not performing legitimate contamination testing. 5. Brake fluid moisture primarily affects vehicles experiencing hard braking, racing, mountain driving, heavy towing. Normal commuting vehicles tolerate higher moisture levels safely. If you drive normally, emergency flush is unnecessary. Scam. 6. The Throttle Body Carbon Service. $245 for 10-minute cleaning. Dealers sell expensive throttle body cleaning service using fear of reduced performance and fuel economy. The service is real but dramatically overpriced and often unnecessary. How the scam works. Service advisor claims, our technician found carbon buildup in your throttle body restricting airflow. This causes rough idle, poor acceleration, and reduced fuel economy. We recommend immediate throttle body cleaning service to restore proper engine performance. The service is $245. Reality check. Claimed service. Complete throttle body removal, disassembly, professional cleaning of all internal components, new gaskets, reassembly, relearn procedure. Actual service. Spray throttle body cleaner into intake while running engine. Sometimes don't even remove air intake tube for access. Takes 5 to 10 minutes. Charges $245. Throttle body cleaning is legitimate service, but the execution and pricing are fraudulent. Legitimate throttle body service. Remove air intake tube for access. Clean throttle plate and bore with appropriate cleaner. Clean MAP sensor simultaneously. Perform ECU relearn procedure. Total time 20-30 minutes. Reasonable cost $60 to $100 dealer. Scam service. Spray cleaner blindly into intake. Minimal actual cleaning occurs. No MAP service included. No relearn procedure. Total time 5 to 10 minutes. Dealer charge $245. Real documented case. Customer 2016 Lexus IS350 71,000 miles. Dealer service throttle body carbon service $245. Claimed severe carbon buildup causing performance loss. Customer authorized service. After service, vehicle showed zero improvement in performance or fuel economy. Customer brought vehicle to my shop for verification service was actually performed. I inspected throttle body. Heavy carbon deposits still visible on throttle plate and bore. MAF sensor contaminated with oil film, not cleaned. No evidence of thorough cleaning service. Dealer had clearly sprayed cleaner quickly without proper procedure. I performed proper throttle body cleaning. Removed intake tube, manually cleaned throttle body with proper cleaner and brush. Cleaned MAF sensor, performed relearn. Charged customer $75. Customer reported noticeable improvement in throttle response. Customer filed complaint with dealer showing before and after photos I took proving dealer service was inadequate. Dealer refunded $245. How to detect this? Scam. 1. Throttle body cleaning is DIY service requiring $8 can of cleaner and 20 minutes. Research procedure for your specific model online. It's simple. 2. Before authorizing service, ask, will you be removing the throttle body for cleaning or just spraying cleaner while installed? What is the labor time? If answer is spray while installed and under 1 hour labor, service is overpriced. 3. Request itemized invoice showing throttle body removal labor, cleaner material cost, new gasket cost, ECU relearn procedure. If dealer cannot detail these items, they're not performing comprehensive service. 4. Symptoms requiring throttle body cleaning. Rough idle, hesitation, check engine light with throttle position codes. If your vehicle runs normally, cleaning is premature preventive maintenance at best, unnecessary service at worst. 5. Counteroffer. I'll clean it myself using the procedure in my service manual. If I can't do it properly, I'll bring it back. Dealer's response reveals whether recommendation is legitimate or profit-driven. The dealer profit structure. Why these scams exist. Understanding dealer financial incentives reveals why these scams are systematic rather than isolated incidents. Dealership revenue sources. New car sales. 2 to 4% profit margin, minimal. Used car sales, 8 to 12% profit margin, moderate. Finance and insurance, 40-60% profit margin, high. Parts sales, 35 to 45% profit margin, high. Service labor, 65 to 75% profit margin, extremely high. Service department is most profitable division. Service managers and advisors receive commission based on service revenue generated. This creates powerful incentive to sell unnecessary services. Service advisor, commission structure. Typical Toyota, Lexus dealer. Base salary, $35,000 to $45,000 annually. Commission, 8 to 12% of service revenue generated. Performance bonus, additional 2 to 5% for exceeding monthly targets. Service advisor generating $50,000 monthly service revenue. Commission at 10%, $5,000 monthly, achieved $60,000 annually. Performance bonus, $2,500 monthly, $30,000 annually. Total compensation, $35,000 base, so $60,000 commission, $30,000 bonus, while I took $25,000 selling unnecessary. $800 carbon cleaning service to just 5 customers weekly generates $16,000 monthly additional revenue. $600 extra monthly commission. This compensation structure incentivizes fraud. Service advisors maximizing revenue through unnecessary services earn dramatically more than honest advisors performing only needed work. Technician flat rate system. Pressure. Technicians are paid flat rate. Predetermined time for each service regardless of actual time required. This creates pressure to complete jobs quickly and sell additional services. Example: Throttle body cleaning. Pays technician 1.5 hours. Actual time required if done properly. 45 minutes. Actual time dealer service takes 8 minutes. Technician gets paid 1.5 hours for 8 minutes work. Technician has incentive to rush services and complete as many jobs as possible. Quality suffers. Comprehensive services are replaced with quick spray-and-go procedures. How to protect yourself. The verification protocol before authorizing any service. 1. Request Specific diagnostic evidence. I need to see photographic or measurement evidence showing the condition requiring this service on my specific vehicle. 2. Demand detailed service description. Provide itemized written estimate showing exact parts needed with part numbers, labor hours required, specific procedures to be performed. 3. Verify. Manufacturer recommendations. Show me where in Toyota Lexus service manual this service is specified at my current mileage. 4. Request second opinion. I need to get second opinion before authorizing service over $200. Can you provide written diagnostic findings for my independent mechanic to review? 5. Research independent pricing. Call independent Toyota Lexus specialist. Describe recommended service. Get comparative quote. If dealer price exceeds independent shop by more than 30%, dealer is overcharging. During service. 1. Request photographic documentation. Please take before and after photos of any components you claim are contaminated or worn. 2. Ask for removed parts. I want to keep all replaced parts to verify service was actually performed. 3. Verify actual work performed. If service requires component removal, ask to see removed component before authorizing reassembly. After service. 1. Inspect invoice carefully. Verify all services listed were actually authorized. Dealers sometimes add services without permission. 2. Verify claimed work. For major services, have independent mechanic inspect shortly after to confirm service was actually performed as claimed. 3. Keep detailed records. Photograph invoices, save all service records, document any disputes. This evidence is valuable for filing complaints or small claims court. Your rights. Legal protections. You have legal protections against dealer fraud. Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. Dealers cannot void manufacturer warranty for using independent shops or performing your own maintenance, provided you use equivalent parts and procedures. State consumer protection laws. All states have consumer protection statutes prohibiting deceptive service practices. File complaints with State Attorney General Consumer Protection Division. Deceptive trade practices. Act allows consumers to sue for damages from fraudulent service recommendations. In many states, you can recover triple damages plus attorney fees. Federal Trade Commission regulations prohibit bait and switch tactics, false advertising of service specials, and deceptive pricing. Filing complaints. The process. If you believe dealer defrauded you. 1. Document everything, save invoices, take photos, write detailed timeline of interactions. 2. Attempt resolution with dealer management. Contact service manager, then general manager. Many disputes resolve at this level. 3. File complaint with manufacturer. Toyota and Lexus have customer relations departments investigating dealer fraud claims. Call 1-800-331-4331, Toyota, or 1-800-255-3987, Lexus. 4. File with Better Business Bureau. Dealers care about BBB ratings. Formal complaint often produces results. 5. File with State Attorney General. Consumer Protection Divisions investigate patterns of fraud. Your complaint contributes to enforcement actions. 6. Consider small claims court. For fraudulent charges under small claims limit, typically $5,000 or $10,000, you can sue without attorney. Bring all documentation. The alternative: independent Toyota, Lexus specialists. Independent shops specializing in Toyota and Lexus offer superior service at lower cost. Advantages: lower labor rates, 90, 120 hours dealer, 150, 195 hour. Honest service recommendations. No commission incentive for unnecessary services. Better technician training. Many independent shops employ former dealer master technicians who left due to ethical concerns. Personal relationships. Independent shops depend on reputation, not manufacturer support. Warranty protection. Independent shops can perform all warranty-covered services. Finding qualified independent shop. 1. ASE certification. Verify technicians have Automotive Service Excellence certification. 2. Toyota Lexus specialization. Seek shops focusing exclusively on Japanese vehicles. 3. Reviews. Check Google, Yelp, BBB for patterns of honest service. 4. References. Ask Toyota, Lexus owners in local enthusiast groups. 5. Equipment. Quality independent shops have factory-level diagnostic equipment. Cost comparison. Dealer versus independent. Typical 60,000-mile major service, 2018. Toyota Camry. Dealer pricing. Oil change, $89. Tire rotation, $45. Brake inspection, $65. Cabin filter, $89. Engine air filter, $78. Carbon cleaning, $795. Throttle service, $245. Brake fluid flush, $165. Transmission service, $380. Total, $1,951. Independent shop pricing, oil change, $55. Tire rotation, included. Brake inspection, included. Cabin filter, $35. Engine air filter, $40. Carbon cleaning, not needed. Throttle service, $75 if actually needed. Brake fluid, $85. Transmission, $165 following actual mileage requirement. Total, 40 provided savings, 496 per service. Over 200,000 miles of ownership. 4 major services. Savings total, 5,984. These dealer scams are systematic, widespread, and designed to exploit customer trust in the Toyota and Lexus reputation for reliability. The vehicles themselves are excellent, but dealer service departments have become profit centers using fear and technical jargon to sell unnecessary services at inflated prices. Additional real case studies. Documented dealer fraud case study 1. The $2,400 service package scam. Customer, 2019 Lexus ES350, 55,000 miles, initial visit, routine oil change and tire rotation, service advisor presented Lexus Care Premium Service Package claiming vehicle required comprehensive maintenance at this mileage milestone. Package included complete fuel system cleaning, $385, throttle body carbon service, $245. Intake valve carbon cleaning, $795. Transmission flush and service, $420. Brake fluid flush, $165. Coolant system flush, $195. Engine air filter, $78. Cabin air filter, $89. Computer system diagnostic, $125 total package. Price, $2,297, discounted to $2,145, today only. Customer felt pressured by today-only discount and authorized service. After service, vehicle showed zero performance improvement. Customer researched services online, discovered most were unnecessary, contacted me for verification. My inspection findings. Fuel system. Fuel injectors showed normal operation, zero deposits visible through borescope. Throttle body. Light carbon present. Normal for mileage, not affecting performance intake valves. Inspected via borescope through spark plug holes. Light discoloration only. Zero carbon buildup requiring service transmission. Fluid extracted and analyzed. Excellent condition, manufacture interval not until 60,000 miles. Brake fluid. Tested moisture content. 1. 8%. Well within safe limits. Coolant, tested freeze protection and pH. Perfect condition, not due for service until 100,000 miles. Filters, both filters had remaining service life based on visual inspection. Actual services needed at 55,000 miles. Oil change, 55. Tire rotation, free with oil change. Customer paid $2,145 for services worth approximately $55. Filed complaint with Lexus Corporate and State Attorney General. Dealer initially offered 500 to dealers to goodwill refund. After Attorney General investigation began, dealer refunded full 2,245. Case study. 2. The brake pad wear fabrication. Customer 2017 Toyota RAV4 38,000 miles visit reason. Routine maintenance service advisor reported, during brake inspection, we measured all brake pads. Front pads are at 3 mm remaining thickness. Toyota specification minimum is 2 mm. You need front brake pad replacement immediately for safety. Service is $475 including rotor resurfacing. Customer authorized service due to safety concern. Total cost $475. 2 weeks later, customer's spouse drove vehicle and heard grinding noise from front brakes. Brought vehicle back to dealer. Dealer claimed, "You must have driven aggressively after service wearing out new pads already. This is not covered under service warranty. Replacement will cost $475 again." Customer refused, brought vehicle to my shop. I inspected front brakes. Findings. Front brake pads measured 8 mm thickness, nearly full thickness. Pads showed minimal wear consistent with 38,000 miles. Normal driving. Grinding noise was from brake pad wear indicator. But these were original factory pads, not newly installed pads. Conclusion. Dealer never replaced brake pads but charged customer $475. I photographed pad thickness, wear patterns, and part numbers. Original factory pads have specific part numbers and date codes. Installed pads showed factory date codes from original vehicle assembly. Definitive proof pads were never replaced. Customer filed police report for fraud, contacted Toyota corporate, filed small claims court action. Dealer settled before court date. Refunded $475 brake service, replaced pads no charge, provided $500 additional compensation for inconvenience. Dealer service manager was terminated following investigation revealing pattern of charging for brake services never performed. Case study. 3. The recall service. Upsell fraud customer 2018 Toyota Highlander 47,000 miles. Visit reason safety recall for fuel pump replacement legitimate recall. Recall service is free to customer. Manufacturer pays dealer for parts and labor. Customer brought vehicle to dealer for free recall service. Service advisor added, "While we have your vehicle for recall service, we found several critical issues requiring immediate attention for your safety. Rear differential fluid severely contaminated, $280. Front differential fluid contaminated, $285. And a transfer case fluid contaminated, $195. All fluids must be replaced immediately to prevent AWD system failure. Total $765. We can do all 3 services today while performing your recall." Customer thought, "They're doing free recall work, they must be trustworthy. These other issues must be real." Authorized all services. Total paid $765. Customer later researched AWD service intervals for their specific model. Manufacturer specifications. Rear differential. First service at 60,000 miles. Front differential. First service at 60,000 miles. Transfer case. Integrated with transmission. Serviced with transmission fluid at 60,000 miles. Customer at 47,000 miles. 0 services were due based on manufacturer specifications. Customer contacted me for verification. I extracted fluid samples from all 3 differentials used transfer case. Sent samples to Blackstone Labs for analysis. Results. Rear differential. Excellent condition. Normal wear metals, no contamination. Front differential. Excellent condition. Normal wear metals, no contamination. Transfer case. Excellent condition, normal wear metals, no contamination. Analyst conclusion. All fluids show normal condition for mileage. No service required at this time. Customer paid $765 for 3 services performed 13,000 miles before manufacturer recommended interval based on fraudulent contamination claim. Filed complaint with Toyota corporate describing tactic of using recall appointments to sell unnecessary services. Corporate investigation found this was systematic practice at this dealership. Service advisors were instructed to recommend differential services to all AWD vehicles regardless of mileage during recall appointments. Dealership refunded $765. Toyota corporate provided $1,000 compensation. Dealership was placed on probation by Toyota Regional Office. The expanded scam tactics. Psychological manipulation. Tactic 1. The urgency creation. Dealers use artificial urgency to prevent customers from seeking second opinions. This carbon buildup is severe. If you drive home without this service, you risk complete engine failure. We can do it right now while you wait. Your brake fluid moisture is critical. I cannot, in good conscience, let you leave without this service. It's a safety issue. Today, only we're offering this service at discounted rate. Tomorrow, it returns to full price. Counter strategy. Never authorize expensive service same day. Always respond. I need to research this overnight and get second opinion. Schedule appointment for next week if service is truly necessary. Tactic 2. The authority exploitation dealers exploit customer trust in Toyota, Lexus brand. This is a Toyota-specific issue that only authorized dealers can properly address. Independent shops don't have access to our proprietary diagnostic equipment. Lexus Engineering specifically recommends this service. We follow manufacturer protocols exactly. Counter strategy. Verify any manufacturer recommendation in your owner's manual or maintenance schedule. Most dealer recommendations are not actual manufacturer requirements. Tactic 3. The complexity. Overwhelm. Service advisors use technical jargon to confuse customers. Your variable valve timing solenoid actuator shows delayed response time indicating carbon accumulation in the Vanos passages affecting camshaft advance retard functionality. Most customers hear complex terminology and assume dealer must know what they're talking about. Counter strategy. Request translation. Explain this in simple terms. What specific symptom is this causing? Show me physical evidence. Tactic 4. The package bundling dealers bundle necessary and unnecessary services together. We recommend our premium service package including oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, fluids inspection, filter replacement, fuel system cleaning, and throttle service, all for one low price of $995. Customer sees oil change and brake inspection needed and assumes entire package is necessary. Counter strategy. I only want the services specified in my owner's manual maintenance schedule. Provide itemized quote for those services only. Tactic 5. The comparison. Deception. Dealers compare their service to competitors to seem reasonable. Other dealers charge $1,200 for carbon cleaning. We're offering it for only $795. You're saving $400. This creates false perception of value when actual service worth is $150 maximum. Counter strategy. Compare dealer pricing to independent Toyota, Lexus specialists, not other dealers. Independent shops provide realistic pricing baseline. The specific price breakdowns. What services actually cost. Understanding real-world costs reveals dealer markup magnitude. Engine oil change, dealer price, $75.95. Actual cost, oil, $25, 5 QTE synthetic. Filter, $8. Labor, 5-15 minutes. Total real cost, $38. Dealer markup, $97, 150% transmission. Fluid service, dealer price, $350, 420. Actual cost, fluid, $85, 8 QTs. Filter kit, $45. Labor, $40, 1 hour. Total real cost, $170. Dealer markup, $106, 147% brake fluid. Flush, dealer price, $150, 180. Actual cost, fluid, $18, 1 QT. Labor, $25. 30 minutes. Total real cost, $43. Dealer markup, $249, 319% cabin air. Filter, dealer price, $75 to $95. Actual cost, filter $18, labor $0, self-install 2 minutes. Total real cost, $18. Dealer markup, $317, 428% engine air. Filter, dealer price, $65.85. Actual cost, filter 22s, labor $0, self-install 3 minutes. Total real cost, $22. Dealer markup, $195 to 286%. Throttle body cleaning. Dealer price, $195 to $275. And actual cost, cleaner $8. Labor 20 minutes proper service. Total real cost, $28. Dealer markup, $596, 882% carbon cleaning if actually needed. Dealer price, $750, $950. Actual cost, walnut media, 25 gaskets, $40. Labor, $150, 3 hours of proper service. Total real cost, $215. Dealer markup, $210, 342%. These markups explain why dealer service departments generate 65 to 75% profit margins, the highest profit center in entire dealership operation. The maintenance schedule. Truth: what you actually need. Consulting your owner's manual maintenance schedule prevents unnecessary services. Typical Toyota, Lexus maintenance schedule. Average across models, 5,000 miles. Oil change, tire rotation, visual inspection. Dealer tries to sell, cabin filter, engine filter, fuel system cleaning. Actual cost, $55 to $75, oil change only. 15,000 miles. Oil change, tire rotation, visual inspection. Dealer tries to sell, transmission service, brake fluid, throttle cleaning, filters. Actual cost, $55 to $75, oil change only. 30,000 miles. Oil change, tire rotation, cabin air filter, if restricted, brake fluid replacement, visual inspection. Dealer tries to sell, transmission service, carbon cleaning, all fluids, fuel system service. Actual cost, $120, $160, oil, tire rotation, cabin filter, brake fluid. 60,000 miles. Oil change, tire rotation, engine air filter, spark plugs, some models, transmission fluid, first service many models. Brake. At inspection, dealer tries to sell. Carbon cleaning, throttle service, coolant flush, all differential services. Actual cost, $280, $380. Oil, tire rotation, filters, transmission, brake inspection. The pattern is clear. Dealer recommendations typically include 24X, the services actually specified by manufacturer. Your action plan. Taking control. Immediate steps. 1. Obtain your vehicle's maintenance schedule from owner's manual or Toyota, Lexus website. 2. Create spreadsheet tracking all services with mileage due, date due, actual mileage performed, cost. 3. Research independent Toyota, Chiu, Lexus specialists in your area. Get quotes for standard services. 4. Establish relationship with independent shop for future service. 5. Learn which services you can perform yourself: cabin filter, engine filter, visual inspections. Before every dealer visit. 1. Know exactly which services are due based on your maintenance schedule. 2. Authorize only services on your pre-planned list. 3. Request itemized written estimate before authorizing anything. 4. Take photos of filters, fluids, components before service. 5. Prepare specific questions for any additional recommended services. During service. 1. Do not wait at dealership. Pressure tactics are more effective on waiting customers. 2. Tell service advisor, call me with any recommendations, I'll research and call back with authorization. 3. Never authorize services over phone without researching and getting second quote for. Request photographic evidence of any claimed contamination or wear. 5. Ask for removed parts to verify service was performed after service. 1. Inspect invoice carefully. Verify only authorized services were performed. 2. Test drive immediately. Note any changes in performance. 3. For major services, have independent shop verify work within 1 week. 4. Keep all documentation, invoices, estimates, photos, correspondence. 5. If fraud suspected, document everything and file complaints immediately. The Toyota and Lexus dealer service scam epidemic is real, widespread and costly to unsuspecting customers. But you have power to protect yourself through knowledge, verification, and willingness to use independent service providers. Your vehicle is engineered for 300,000 miles of reliable service. Achieving that longevity requires proper maintenance, but proper maintenance based on actual manufacturer specifications, not dealer profit motives. Trust the vehicle. Question the dealer. Verify everything. Your wallet will thank you.